Hey, people, it's Stephanie Stevens here, or Larry. You're in the kitchen tonight with me here live on YouTube from Pronoun Food Network. Tonight, we're going to be just making my dinner. I got home late from work, so I'm going to make a little dinner, and I want y'all to come along for the ride. Also, I'm going to make tonight homemade Southern style cornbread and crackling, but yet instead of just making the thick crackling, I'm gonna use bacon. It'll be delicious. And we're gonna have some broccoli and meatloaf, which I have in the oven right now, but I'm gonna show it to y'all. Y'all gonna love it. I'm gonna teach y'all how to cook on a budget because I am a diva on a budget. And when you live alone, you have to be careful. So I make a little bit of food, then I freeze what I don't eat, and I can eat it for another time. A diva on a dime. Learn how to cook at home. Homemade cooking is the best. It's the best. And I cook all the time. When I'm not on the road working and doing shows, when I'm at home, I cook all the time. And I make so many different things. You guys are going to love it. And once we put out all of the different muffins and cakes and pies that I make, when y'all come to the shows, y'all gonna be able to buy them. You're gonna love them. You're gonna be able to take lots home with you, so you don't have to make muffins and cakes and pies. Because I'm gonna do all that for y'all, and I'm gonna entertain y'all in the front with flips and dips and a little bit of fun at the same time. So thank y'all for joining me in the kitchen tonight here in from downtown Toronto, Canada. That's where you're tuning in, and you're right here in my little kitchen. One day I'll be able to have me an Oprah kitchen, but right now this makes me happy. I have a roof over my head and I'm blessed by God. So when you're anointed, there's nothing else to say. So let's get started. I already have my bacon out. I already cooked my bacon already. So we're gonna crumble this bacon up in our cornbread. Ooh, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I know y'all can smell that through the screen. Look at this. And this is, I mean, what kind of bacon is this? Let me show y'all what kind of bacon this is. Let me show y'all. This is smokehouse traditional bacon. I don't know if this is Canadian or not, but it's delicious. Got my whole kitchen smelling good, y'all. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, now, like I said, this is my bacon. We're going to crumble this up very soon. Now, we're going to get us a pot so we can get started here. We got us a nice size bowl here. I cook everything in this bowl because I only have one. If y'all want to send me some out there to endorse your products, hint, hint. Well, anyway, I'm going to start the cornbread off. I have the meatloaf already in the oven. It's almost done. Delicious, homemade from scratch. And oh, I got garlic in there and parsley. And oh, I know y'all can smell it. Delicious. Well, we're going to get started. So now we have our cornmeal. We have our cornmeal here. And we're going to have broccoli to go along with the meatloaf tonight because I'm on a diet. I want to lose a few pounds right before I go to Las Vegas and do these, to try to get these, do what I got to do. I got to get these shows, and I need to be in good shape to do all those shows because it's a lot of shows. So broccoli, we're going to have that. And so what we're going to do first off is we're going to get our cornmeal going. Our cornmeal are going. We're going to just cut the tip off of that, like that. And you make how much you want to make. I make a pan of cornbread, and then I make muffins with it too. And then I just add different things, and then I add my own mother's special recipe. May she rest in peace. She taught me how to cook, so when she wasn't home, I would know how to cook. Okay, so there we go. Nah, that's not enough. That's not enough. Almost. There we go. Okay, so let's get this out of the way. Now, it's about a cup and a half of cornmeal I have in here. Y'all see that? About a cup and a half of cornmeal I have in this bowl. Now, we have our all-purpose unbleached flour. Unbleached flour. Okay, we're going to take, let me put this over the stove first, so we can get all that loose powder off, loose flour off. We're going to take our flour here, and we're going to get us a cup and a half of flour, a cup and a half of this unbleached all-purpose flour. Okay? Don't pack it in the cup, because then it'll be too much. So there's one. Okay? And then just a half a cup, another half a cup. Okay? Okay. And a half a cup. All right, if you're just joining us, you're in the kitchen with Larry. Tonight we're making homemade cornbread Southern style with cracklings, okay? Now, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna get us 2 eggs. We're gonna get us 2 eggs here. Let's get these going. 1 egg. These are medium eggs. 2 eggs. You could put 4 in there. It'll make it more richer. But because I'm one person, I don't need all that. So there's my 2 eggs. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our bacon that we have here. We're gonna take our bacon and crumble it up real quick. Let's see. So what we're gonna do is just do it like this in bite-sized pieces. You're gonna crumble that bacon up. Just break it up with your hands. Can y'all see me? I'll show you. Let me just show you on the camera. Let's see if we can pick up some that's like this. You see that? Just break that bacon up in there, like that. We're gonna put all this in here because we want it to be rich. Okay? So I think we're gonna be okay with just crumbling it like this. Okay? It'll also break up once I start stirring it. Okay? Your bacon. All right, now that we've got that in there, ooh, you could tell that was good. That's gonna be good. Look at that. Look at the bottom of that. All of that, you could be using that for like gravy or something like that. Ooh, it will be good. So what we're gonna do is, because I made the bacon earlier, I took the grease left over from the bacon and I put it in this pan. And you can see it's solidified already in here. So what we're gonna do is put it back in the oven and let it melt down. And then we're gonna get our cornbread in here, okay? So we're gonna get that going. I'm gonna show y'all everything afterwards. I ain't gonna jump ahead of the game. I want you guys to watch it and enjoy the show. Now, we have this in, like I said, I'm making homemade Southern cornbread, okay, with cracklings. So what we're gonna do now is put a little oil in there, whatever oil you have, vegetable oil, canola oil, any kind of oil, put a little bit in there. You don't need much because you got the bacon already in there, so you don't need too much, okay? Then you get, because we're from the South, we always put sugar in everything. So I take two teaspoons of sugar, 2 teaspoons of sugar, and I put in here 1, 2. And that gives it just a little bit more flavor. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a pinch of salt, Listen, I eyeball everything. So I know how it's supposed to be. Uh, so hopefully you guys eyeball things once, because after you've done it a million times, you should learn, you should know how to cook these things. So got a little bit of salt there, and there we go. And now what we're gonna get is a little baking powder to help it just rise up. Okay, so get your baking powder out. I haven't used this in God knows when. It's all dried up, y'all. Sorry about. Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. Y'all see how it's smoking? That's hilarious, actually. I'm a comedian. I'm sorry. Everything is always funny to me. I try to laugh it off because this is life. So there you go. About that much is good. Okay. All right. Now that we've got that in there, this is gonna be delicious. I know y'all can smell it already. Can you smell it already? It smells delicious. Like, I wanted to just say this here. Thank you guys so much for supporting Pronoun Food Network and all of the other stuff that I do. You guys are amazing, and you're making this happen. I was about to stop. Then my agent said, no, things are going well. Keep going. And then I got a few gigs and a few things, and so things start happening. So I encourage you out there, don't give up. Just keep going, keep going. Because trust me, I was about to like, come on, how much food can I eat? I was trying. But anyway, just keep going. And stay hopeful and faithful. And don't do just one thing. Try to do all kinds of things. That's what makes television interesting. That's what makes us interesting. Now that we got our cornbread in there, I am going to add this. Most people wouldn't add this. You can add regular milk or water. I'm adding vanilla partly skim milk to this. Okay? This is gonna be amazing. Get you about a cup to go in there. Let me get this going over here. Y'all have to excuse my my whisk because the handle broke off of it. Better Crocker, I bought this here for $4 and the handle broke off the first day. Y'all better send me some other because otherwise I need a refund. All right. Now we're just gonna stir this up. Let me get this going. We're gonna get a little bit more of this vanilla milk in it. This is gonna be delicious, y'all. This is going to be delicious. I'm breaking up those cracklings. Take your time when you're mixing this up because you want to really make sure that you don't want to have no big chunks of the cracklings. Just enough. Now let me show y'all this. This is almost the consistency that you want for your cracklings. Y'all see that? This is the consistency that you want for your cornbread with the cracklings. All right? That's what you want. You don't want it watery. It'll take forever to cook and it'll be soggy. This is what you want right here. Okay? Let me show y'all again. For those of you just joining us, I'm making Southern style cornbread with cracklings. Okay? This is what you want. This here. My mother was a chef at the Holiday Inn for 40 years before she died. And she taught me how to cook because when she wasn't home, me and my sister was sitting there waiting on her all the time. She wasn't having it. She was like, y'all better learn how to do something up in here. But anyway, so this is what you want, okay? All right. Now, what we're gonna do is we're going to take our pan out, our glass pan that we have here. Be careful because these pans are very hot. These ceramic bowls. You see this? This is all that butter, all that oil that was left over from the bacon. So I put that in the bottom. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna take this and we're gonna make sure that it's all melted around. And we're gonna get these sides here. You wanna get these sides, because this bowl is really hot. So you want to get those sides there with all of that oil from the bacon. This is the bacon fat that rendered down, and this is what we're going to use for our cake. I mean, for our cornbread crackling. Okay? And then what we're going to do after we do that, we're going to take some butter, unsalted butter, and just drop it in there like that. Just drop it in there like that. I got a few pieces here. Now I'm going to put this back in the oven and let it render down, okay? Going to give that a minute or so. While that is doing that, I am going to start my broccoli, okay? Now, if you want broccoli to be healthy, do not cook it too long. You want to leave it to where it's not raw, but yet almost raw. That way it retains all the vitamins and it stays healthy. When you boil it down and it's soggy, you've already boiled out all the nutrients. You just rather drink the broccoli water. But broccoli water tastes terrible. Trust me, I tried to drink the broccoli water. It's disgusting. So, but just if you want to be healthier, just don't cook it as long. So what we're going to do is, let's get this off of here. Let's get us a pan and get this broccoli a-going. Like I was saying, you're in the kitchen with Larry. And tonight we're making homemade crackling cornbread. And we're going to make, I've started the meatloaf already. So we're going to get this going here for the broccoli, the broccoli will take about 5 minutes. If you overcook the broccoli, it's no good. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this broccoli open here. Take your time when you're cooking. My mother used to cook with love. That's why we were so healthy. Y'all can see I'm quite a healthy. Well, actually, I was very skinny when I was young, and but I always had a big belly. It was the same thing with my father. He never liked to eat food. He only liked to eat desserts. That's probably why we do a lot of dessert things, because my mother made a lot of money from selling cakes and pies and stuff. And so she passed that on to me. So she said, well, when you get older, if you find it hard to make a living, just start making cakes and pies, things people don't really like cooking at home. You solve that problem and you'll be making money. So, guess she was right. Well, here we go. Let me get this broccoli going here. And we're going to get this in a little bowl here. While this water heats up, here, keep your stove and everything clean. I don't like things when they're not clean. It's just, I'm a very clean person, and I like my house to stay clean. I like things to stay clean, because if you have a clean and organized life and your place is clean and organized, you'll have a clean mind. You'll be able to think very good when it comes to solving problems. And as an older Black person in the world and a man, it's very important to keep your space clean, keeps your mind clean, and it helps you make the correct decisions for you. Now that we've said that, let me have a little water, y'all. Are y'all okay? Okay. I ain't talking too much and too fast. I can do that sometimes. That's the comedian in me. I'm here to entertain the public, make y'all laugh, have a good time, and go home and rest. Go home and rest. You'll be like, that guy is really funny. He's very funny. And he can cook. But I like being single, because then I don't have no problems. I don't have no children. I like being single, and I like just doing my own thing. I want to travel the world, make people happy, smile, eat good food. I want to see everything that's beautiful in the world. So even though we're going through some trying times right now, all of us. I remember when I used to do 20 gigs a week. Now we're lucky if we do 3 gigs a week. or sometimes two. I mean, I'm blessed to be alive, so that's enough. That gives me a start every day. All right, now, enough of that. Let's get this broccoli going. All righty. I was political there for a minute, y'all. I don't like being political because it makes everybody mad and shuts the party down. There you go. Now, let's just take our broccoli here and we're going to break off these stems like this. Y'all hear them snapping? Yeah, just break them off like that. If you're weak, just cut them. I break them because they look better that way. I like to feel doing things with my hands. My mother was a very hands-on person with us. She wasn't too worried about herself. She was really worried about us more. And I don't peel the broccoli. I just cut it up. I throw that last piece in the garbage though. But y'all see that? That's how your broccoli should look. And then we'll just boil this for like 5 minutes and it'll be ready to go. I got my meatloaf going. Let me show y'all the meatloaf anyway. Let me show y'all my meatloaf because I think my meatloaf is almost done. All right. Oh yeah, it looks amazing. Y'all know I am the best chef in the world. If y'all ever need somebody to cook for y'all restaurants and stuff, I do that too. Look at that. That's my meatloaf, y'all. I'm gonna cut a piece in a little bit. Let me get my broccoli done, and I'm gonna show y'all how it all looks on a plate. Now, our oil and everything has rendered down. Y'all see this old-fashioned bowl here? I got this at the flea market for $1, but this is the best things to cook cornbread in. These old glass pans. Y'all hear that? That's what you need. Now, what we're gonna do is, let's put this broccoli back over here. We're gonna get this cornbread into there. And we're gonna do some muffins too. So what I'm gonna do first is, let me just cut these, I'll do this first. I'll put the cornbread in the skillet, okay? All right, hold on. All right, everybody. So there's my cornbread, crackling cornbread there. We're gonna get that into our pan here. See, it's just enough for that. Okay. Now, excuse me, y'all. Get my hands a going here. Okay. So let's get our cornbread. As you guys can see, we gotta spread this out just a bit. Okay. We gotta spread this out just a bit. Just to make sure that it's even. We want the cornbread even. Okay. Put a little bit of that oil on top there. I mix the butter and the oil, the bacon oil together. It will make this delicious. This will be delicious. Let me show y'all. This is what your cornbread should look like. Okay? Y'all see that? That's oil and butter mixed together. Now we're gonna put this in the oven for like 45 minutes. We might not be able to, I'll show y'all this, the cornbread on another video. But I'm gonna show y'all the broccoli and the meatloaf that I made for tonight, okay? All right. So now our water is boiling. Can y'all see? Okay. Should have had that like that the whole time. Okay, now our water is boiling for our broccoli. So we're going to get our broccoli in there. Okay. Let's get that going. Clean up as you go. That way you won't have to clean up later. Okay? All right. Now, let's get that going. Like I said, you guys are in the kitchen with Larry from Pronoun Food Network. And we are here today making homemade cornbread. And I made meatloaf for my dinner for early. And we are going to enjoy the rest of the evening. I'm going to show you how everything turned out. So just hang in there with me. And thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. And make yourself something good. Do something. At first, I didn't like doing these live videos and all this stuff. But now I'm used to it. I look forward to entertaining y'all. And at the same time, I'm making my dinner at the same time. So I figure, why not film and talk to y'all? I mean, when you live alone, you need somebody to talk to. Now, like I said, I made Southern cornbread with cracklings. Instead of using the big, thick bacon that you would render down to nothing and then crumble it up, I just used regular store-bought bacon. I cooked it down, crumbled it up, put it in there with a couple of specialty things, and then I used vanilla milk. And that's gonna give it that sort of that sweet, not too sweet, but a sweet, but that aroma. It makes the bread, it's almost like a cake cornbread. Delicious. Y'all gonna love that. If you make it, I'm gonna put the recipe somewhere, and or I'm gonna make it again for y'all. But we're going to try to sell these in the restaurant. When we're doing the drag shows on the menu, we're going to have these different cakes and pies and things that we're going to use. So when you're ordering your dinner, whether you're ordering steak or you're ordering chicken, you'll be able to order all of these side orders: cakes, pies, muffins. I'm doing all different flavors of muffins, cakes, biscuits, cookies for drag queens, all those kind of things. I'm going to be making those. And then, yeah, I'm going to still be in the front of the house performing and entertaining for y'all. So, like I said, tonight we're just making homemade cornbread with cracklings with just a little bit of Stephanie in it. I know y'all love me. I can tell. I can tell y'all love me. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. Wait until I get on prime time. We're going to have a good time. And hopefully one day I can meet my two idols, Gordon Ramsay and Dave Chappelle. I know he's controversial, but Dave Chappelle makes me laugh out loud. And Gordon Ramsay, I just love the fact that he acts a lot like my mother used to with us. And you know, black women and them wigs, my mother had 400 wigs. And they all look crazy. So she always came in the house looking like an orchestra conductor. With her hair was all over the place. She could care less. And she turned the wig. Oh, it was. Anyway, I miss my mother. I miss you, Mom. She lived a good, long life, so it was good. But the fact that that wig used to make me and my sister burst out laughing, it was hilarious. But anyway, you guys are in the kitchen today with Larry. And I am making broccoli right now. I almost forgot my train of thought, y'all. Hold on. I'm making broccoli now. Okay? And we're just going to boil this for like 5 minutes. Don't overboil it to where the water is green and you boil out all the flavor. I think I've said that 6,000 times. But it's important to eat vegetables. And with me, I didn't want to do the cooking shows, but they were doing so well. My agent kept saying, you got to do them cooking shows regardless to get out there so it can help promote these shows and stuff. And I said, I don't want to do that because I'm gaining weight. And I was gaining weight. I've never been fat. There's nothing wrong with being fat. I'm just saying, I was never fat in my life. But as I got older, I started getting a belly. So I was like, well, but that's because I was eating. The shows had slowed down. So now I'm back and I gotta lose a little bit of this because, you know, I want to look really good in drag, and I want to look really good as Larry when I'm doing these shows, because I want you guys to be impressed. And not only that, I want to feel good about myself. I like being skinny or thin looking. I like that. And I like my clothes to fit me. I don't want to be squeezing into nothing. There's nothing worse than a drag queen squeezed into something trying to get on the stage and dance and flip and kick. Have you ever wore pads, 7 pairs of pantyhose, a 10-pound wig, all that makeup, long fingernails, and trying to lip sync to somebody else's song? It's not easy. But anyway, I did it for 35, 36 years and made a decent living. So I'm not knocking drag, because drag is an amazing thing, and the art form is really incredible. And for those of you that understand it. Okay, all right, our broccoli is almost done. You see, this is how you want your broccoli. So if you're trying to lose some weight, there you go. You see, that's how the broccoli is supposed to be. You're not supposed to cook the broccoli to death. So, until where like the water is green. So, now that we have that, we're gonna dump this water off of the broccoli, most of it off of the broccoli, okay? And then I'm gonna show you how it all looks with the meatloaf. You can put butter on the broccoli if you want, but I don't. I eat it the way it is, like this. Y'all see that? That's how the broccoli is supposed to look. So let's get this all going here. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this little video that I did for y'all tonight. I'm trying to get more used to being in front of the camera and understanding what works and what doesn't work, and what I want to do and what I don't want to do. But this agent's on the phone every day. You want to work, you better get in front of that camera. Okay, so now we're going to turn this up to 400. Our meatloaf is cooked. Y'all see that? Now we're going to take this meatloaf out of this bowl here. We're going to take this out and put this on a regular plate so I can show y'all when I'm cutting it. Okay? Just get you a regular big plate. And we're going to get this meatloaf out of here. Okay. Alrighty. Now, let's get this over here in the sink. All right, y'all. So, this is what my meatloaf looks like. Okay. All right, now we're going to cut this meatloaf. I want to show y'all what it looks like inside. Let's get a couple of sprigs of broccoli first here. Let's get a couple of these broccoli spears here. Now, you're in the kitchen with Larry tonight, and tonight we have homemade broccoli and meatloaf, y'all. We have homemade broccoli and meatloaf, y'all. Look at that. See, that's what the broccoli is supposed to be, that color. Don't do it to where it's faded green. Teal green, don't do that. There's my meatloaf. Now we're going to cut this meatloaf, y'all. We're going to cut this meatloaf. Y'all can see me in the camera. Okay, let's get this meatloaf cut here. Okay. Y'all see, it's not too firm, and it's not too okay. Now, you see how the knife came out? That means that the meatloaf is cooked well. Okay, because I like the meat well done. Okay, but that means that knife comes out clean like this, the meatloaf is cooked very well. And it's going to be delicious. Now, let's get this middle slice here. Let's get this middle slice so y'all can see. Okay, we'll put that out. I want y'all to see. See how that meatloaf is? Y'all see that? Delicious. This is homemade meatloaf, and this is how it should look. Most of y'all make very good meatloaf, but I make the best meatloaf. Look at that. Oh my God, that smells so good. Oh my goodness. Hold on, let me get it on the plate for y'all. Let me get it on the plate. Y'all see? Y'all see that meatloaf? And you get you some gravy, and put on there a little of that tomato sauce. Get you 2 of these. Hold on. Hold on, hold on. Look at that. Look at this. Homemade meatloaf. Y'all, I do not play when it comes to cooking. Y'all see that? Look at that. Delicious. I do not play when it comes to home cooking. This is meatloaf and broccoli, y'all. You see the color? That tells you that you're eating healthy. Things are happening. Good things are happening. God is good. Look at that, y'all. Now I'm going to test it in front of y'all. Ooh, hold on a minute. I want to do a couple of things. Alrighty. Yeah. Let's get that on that. And let's cover that. My mother was a fanatic about keeping things covered. She didn't like things uncovered. So I try to do what she did. Okay. Y'all. Look at this, y'all. Look at that. Gordon Ramsay, if you're watching, you see that? Look at that. Look how they just broke there, Gordon Ramsay. You see that? Look at that. Look at that, Gordon Ramsay. That's delicious. I'm sorry. That's delicious. Look at it. Y'all see that? Look at that. Get you a little bit more gravy. The best meatloaf in the world. Look at it, y'all. Delicious. Now, just pick you up one of these broccoli heads. That's how it should be. Okay? Goodness. This is so good, y'all. Perfect. Y'all hear the crunch? One more time before we go. Look at that. You got the garlic sticking out there and everything. Look at all the garlic. Homemade meatloaf. Okay, y'all. Take care of yourselves. Thank you for joining the live. I hope I taught you something. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to your friends. Try to ignore the drama, but keeping your eyes and ears, open. Until next time, my friends from Pronoun Food Network, you were in the kitchen with Larry. Have a good night, everybody. How do you end this thing, Johnny? Okay. I don't know how to end it. Oh, okay, there it is, I think. Nope. I'm trying to, there we go. Okay.